Why? Go.
Why? I wonder that every day. Why?
Why?
Because I feel like it. And it's fun.
Talk about the word why.
It's kind of a frustrating question because a lot of times you don't have an answer. And so when people ask you why, you want to punch them in the face.
I don't know. I think the word why is amazing. It's so compact. 3 little letters. It scares the shit out of everybody. It's like the first thing you learn when you're a little kid. It's like, why? You know? So there's always been an obsession with it since we're kids, and I think that's interesting. So what was your joint?
My joint was overlap.
Okay. So
Okay.
why did you choose to do a slide for an overlap?
Because, while I was working on the joints, I started with actually this joint at this corner, which started overlapping the sticks in different axes. So I overlapped them like this way, and while I was playing with that, it actually turned out into like a notch. So that kind of inspired the idea of like a notch for sliding an object.
Hey Adam, why did you build the giant box?
I built the giant double house structure to illustrate in 3 dimensions when you overlay the same zigzag section and plan in the same structure where the plan and section overlap.
All right. Why did you choose a shadow drawing to put up?
Why? Because it had to do with volumes, and that was my whole theme, I guess.
Why did you leave your lines on there, your construction lines?
Because they told us to.
Not everybody did. Why did you?
Why did I? Because I follow directions. Apparently that's my fault, is that I follow directions very literally.
I mean, normally people don't have like a concrete answer for why they do something. They know how they did it, and they know what they did.
I think in general, you can form a question that you want to ask without using the word why. For example, you could say, what was the purpose of this? How did you create this? Things along those lines.
When did you make it? How did you?
And get just as detailed information as you would if you had just asked the question.
Is it just as
question
detailed,
why.
or is it actually more
Or
specific?
It could actually be more detailed. It could be less detailed, but in general, there's no necessity for the word why. There's always a way around the word why to get usually more detailed information.
Blair, show us your project. Who is the house?
The house is the Mobius house by UN Studio. Can't say
What is the house? What is the house?
It's a house designed for this couple and their pattern of living. They both work at home, and it's designed to kind of follow their flow on a day-to-day basis in a continuous path.
When was the house?
The house was late 90s. I don't remember exactly when.
Where is the house?
It is in the Netherlands.
Why do you feel that the word why is useful in the field of architecture?
Well, it's useful definitely in the practical area of architecture where you have to design for a client. You have to ask why they want to do this structure, which is kind of analogous to like the program or the function, and that kind of gives you like a direction or like a place to start from.
Do you think the question why is harmful in architecture?
I think you can ask why all you want to, but sometimes you're not going to get an answer. Or maybe you'll get 10, 20 answers. And
Why not? Like, why not use the word why? Well, because it ends up making you say things that you don't necessarily know the answer to.
I get why they don't want us to say why, or they don't want us to ask why, because to them that indicates that there is some singular answer or things are simple, maybe. And they want us to be not concerned about finding the answers, but thinking of questions. But at the same time, if we all understand that there is no answer, asking why can be very helpful to understand another person's point of view on how they see a design problem or a design solution.
Do you feel that a why question could be replaced by a who, what, when, where, or how question and get a more specific, detailed answer for that same intention of question?
yeah, I think so, because if you say something like, why are we doing this, then, I mean, that can open up a whole can of worms. Why are we doing this assignment? Why are we here? You know, whereas you say, you know, how does this assignment relate to what we've been doing and what we're going to be doing? Yeah, I think that's more of a specific question that maybe they can actually answer.
Do you feel that a who, what, when, where, or how question is more useful in architecture than a why question?
Never. Why all the time? Why?
So why did you build these models then, Steve?
No, I like how. I prefer how.
How?
Yeah.
You prefer how? Why do you prefer how? What's that mean?
Because Marcia told me to. No. I think how just is more explanatory than why. Why is just can be a single answer, and how can be more explanatory. I mean, like, it's not really a word, but like, I mean, you can go into more depth about how you made something. Like, this is 3 things with a third, maybe the one. Why did you do it? Who cares?
Do you feel that who, what, when, where, and how allow for more detailed questions and answers than why in architecture?
I don't think the why of the house really matters. I think it's really just a question of why did they build a house? They built a house because this couple wanted a house. I think that's not really the important question about the house. And it's not why it was designed the way it was. It was designed more as a how, like as a way of expressing how they live, not why they live.